Morning, folks.
Morning.
We've just been watching a video, vintage RV something. It's a couple who bought an American RV from eBay, 1700 or something, and it were a total write-off apart from engine, which, well, I'm saying engine were fine. It was, they've encountered a problem with the heating radiator in the engine for the cab heater. Anyway, I've just been watching that. It's really good.
Interesting.
It is, yeah. Doing a good job restoring that. But yeah, yesterday I started a drawing, and I said I was going to film it until I realised that I actually do the drawing from the phone. So I can't film it. So what I've done is I've made little films of the stages, various stages. I haven't finished the drawing yet. I'm still doing it. So right from start, I've made some little videos of each stage as I've worked on it. Also, I put in there a couple of extracts from a video by Vanlife, who said some things which I had an agreement with. You know, I was nodding when he was saying it, so I've inserted that into the video. So the plan is today to carry on with that drawing and see whether it comes out all right. Yeah. Anything else happened, darling, since the video yesterday morning? Anything?
No, I don't think so.
No, we
can't think about.
We haven't had the storm that's raging around the country. Don't seem to have reached here.
It's raining at the moment.
Just raining.
Sort of a bit
dull and wet.
Looks heavy in the sky though, I think. Yeah.
Pat spent 2 hours yesterday afternoon trying to get through to the hospital to find out
what's happened to results.
What were the results of this scan she had?
Well, first I went in to try to get hold of doctors, and I was 5th in the line, and then they told me they couldn't accept any more calls. So I put that down and got back on again, and I was 5th in line again, and so then I waited. And
the consultant who Pat's under, his secretary was off yesterday.
Yeah.
So she has to ring again today to try and get hold of his secretary. But now you've got a direct number, so you don't have to go get passed from pillar to post, hopefully.
Yeah, I went through 3 people yesterday to get to the secretary who weren't there, and asked me to leave a message with information that I didn't have. You know, your hospital number and different things. I mean, I never thought to have them ready. And even my own phone number, I can't remember it, so I have to go into my phone to find out what it is.
Why don't you write it on a piece of masking tape and stick it to the phone? I suppose it don't look pretty like that.
Yeah, well, it's only me sees it. Yeah, I suppose I could do. It's in me information in the phone under people's telephone numbers. It says my phone. If people say, what's your phone number, I say, you'll just have to wait a minute while I get it.
She can't memorise it.
No, I can't.
So that were a bit of a fiasco, but it just highlights the situation at the National Health Service.
I mean, our daughter's been waiting for ages, hasn't she, for
she's got to have an operation as Tracy.
Yeah.
And she's been waiting months now.
Months, yeah.
Not heard a thing.
No, she's on the list apparently.
It's just caving in.
Yeah, it's all going crap, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hospital thing.
yeah,
Doctors.
yeah.
As far as I know, you're still not seeing doctors, are you? Not that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all that's happened.
Yeah.
So there's not a great deal to talk about today. I can't think of. There is another story.
Oh, what's this one?
I don't know how. I'm going to change the name of the people to protect the innocent. Yeah, there were a family that I tuned for, and I've tuned for them quite a number of years. Let's say they call this family Smith, and I went for many years tuning. They had two pianos actually, an upright and a ground, and I got a call from someone of the same name further down the road. And when I went to tune their piano, I just said, I tuned for a Mr. Smith up the road. Are you any relation? And she says, this is Mr. Smith. What? I didn't understand that. And she says, this is Mr. Smith. He's left his wife. So that were a bit embarrassing. And anyway, I finished tuning the piano, and she says, "Would you go and tune a piano for someone in the town?" And she gave me the name and address, and I arranged to go. And I went, and he said to me, "Did Mrs. Smith recommend me to you?" And I said, "Yes." Yeah, I said, "Do you know us?" He says, "Yes, it's my wife."
So that were her first husband.
She'd left him to live with Mr. Smith. And I got the names all mixed up, but you know what I mean. The funny thing was that Mr. Smith was the organist at the church. This other guy was the treasurer of the church, and the woman, the Mrs. Smith, eventually became the vicar of the church. Yeah.
Oh, that's church life for you.
Yeah. Aye.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So, right.
Yeah, it was funny when it happened, wasn't it? Because it was weird. Going to all these people and they were all related in some way.
There's a funny side story to that, because Mr. Smith, he actually went on The Weakest Link on television. He was dared to do it. He himself, they never had a telly, so he'd never even seen The Weakest Link. But somebody, he was quite knowledgeable.
Recommended.
He was a school teacher, and they said, "I dare you to go on The Weakest Link." So he went on it, and he won it.
He'd never seen it.
And he'd never even seen it. Right, so I'll leave a bit of room for the little videos of when I'm carrying on with the drawing. Okay. No, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Now then, what do you reckon to these? Boldmere. These are grey. Different shades of grey down to black. And all those beautiful coloured pastels. And then of course, just got one left in that. And my pencils, I always use these pencils, Derwent Derwent. Yeah, so got to put that onto that and make a picture. And what are we going to do? No, you can't see it. There, like that. I think you could see that. Okay. Right. I've just thought of something. The picture that I'm going to do is on the phone. Oh, that's blurred, that, isn't it? Okay. So, how am I going to do this? How am I going to video it? Because I draw from the phone. Now then, I'm going to have to think about this now. Listen to this.
Never been in the middle of the backcountry than I ever did in any other home I ever had my whole life. I think we've had it shoved down our throats since we were younger that there's a tradition that we need to stick within. We need to have a house with a fence and family and kids and a dog and stress and a job we hated. Yeah, that's not for me.
Oh, I didn't realise it was that early. 9.
Listen.
If I would have stayed living the same way, just buried my head and just did what most people do in their life, just keep grinding away at that 9 to 5, fingers crossed that you'd get ahead in life, I think if I would have stayed, I would have been miserable and I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. That my life would have just been the same life that my parents lived over and over and over. The same life I seen everybody around me live over and over. Always in debt, never getting ahead, living paycheck to paycheck. But now that I decided to sacrifice everything, flip my life upside down, give it all up, move into a van, now I own a home. That right there, my friends, is my rolling, jacked up cabin in the woods.
Wow, that was pretty powerful stuff. That's it for today anyway. I'll carry on with it tomorrow, I think. Leave it at that for today.